Hey guys, today I'm back and I'm going to be showing you how to do this look that I have on right now. It is a get ready with me interview look, and something that I thought would be very helpful because I know there's probably a lot of people out there that are looking for jobs and you're just not quite sure how you want to do your makeup. It's very, I feel like it's professional. It's not too dark, not too glammed. Of course, you can glam it up if you want. You could throw some falsies on it if you want. But for me personally, I thought it turned out great and it looked very presentable and just well put together, and that's what you want to look like when you go to an interview. So if you guys want to see how I got this look right here, then let's just get started. Okay, so first we're going to prime the eyes with the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. We just want our eyeshadow to glide right on and stick all day long. I'm going to take this white shade right here just really lightly and set all of that eyeshadow primer. Not too much because you don't want it to be like white. You just want it to set so that it doesn't crease up whenever you're putting on all of your eyeshadows. Okay, I'm going to be taking this color right here to use for the transition shade. And I'm just going to be working it all in the crease line. It's not going to be really dramatic, you know, as we are doing a interview look. So it's not going to be extremely dark or anything like that. You can make it as dark as you want, whatever your preference is. But we want this to be more of an elegant and not too dramatic. Now this transition shade is not as dark as what I thought it was going to be, so I'm going to go in and add this one just a little bit, and I'm also going to work this one in the outer corner just a little bit. Okay, one thing about this palette is these shades are a little bit chalky, but for the price it's not horrible. Okay, to darken that up just a little bit more in the outer corner, I'm going to be taking this dark shade right here. It has just a little shimmer to it, but it's not enough that it's going to be transferring a whole lot. Because, you know, for a job interview, I don't necessarily want to have a lot of shimmer, glittery stuff on my eyes. I just want it to be nice and matte and just a nice, pretty finish. Okay, that darkened it up a lot better, but it's still pretty light. We're just going to trial and error this look because I haven't done it, and so I'm just kind of winging it, hoping that it turns out good. So I guess just stay with me through the entire video and we will see how it turns out. And I've just used the same brush for all three of these colors. It is the Morphe M433 brush. Okay, now I'm going to be taking this in the Buff palette, and it is in the shade Natural Nudes. And let's see, what color do I want to use. I think I'm going to be grabbing this dark brown right here, and I'm just going to be working it in the outer corner as well, just to give it a little bit more of a, just to give it more color and it not be so black. Okay, now I'm going to take this Besto brush. It's just a random brush and it's pretty fluffy. So I'm just going to start blending all of this out. Okay, now for the inner corner, I'm just going to be taking a tad bit of concealer just to lighten it up a little bit and clean it up. Not a whole lot, just like a little bit. That's already enough. This Tarte Shape Tape Concealer works wonders. You just want to clean up that inner corner. And then bring it about halfway. Now that we have the inner corner lightened up, I'm going to be taking this shade right here and working it in that inner corner. Okay, now I'm going to be taking that Morphe M433 brush like we used earlier, and I'm just going to blend it all out. We don't want there to be any type of line. We just want it all nice and blended. Now you're just going to be taking a makeup wipe or washcloth, whatever you want, and you're just going to be cleaning that up. Okay, now let's go ahead and move on to the face, and then we will come back and finish up the eyes. For primer, I'm going to be taking the NYX Angel Veil Primer, and it is an oil-free primer. Ooh, it's really velvety. For foundation today, I'm going to be taking the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. I have been loving this foundation lately. It's very affordable, and it is in the shade Soft Beige. And I'm just going to be taking it all over my face. I'm just going to be using this Real Techniques buffing brush to buff it all out in the skin. Okay, for concealer, I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape in the color Fair, and then the Maybelline Better Skin in the shade Light. I have to use both of these because this one is just a shade too light. This is literally all you need of that concealer. I don't know how some girls go like crazy with it, because me personally, I don't need all that. I feel like it makes it look cakey and just not very good. But I am using 2 concealers, so if you're just using the Tarte one, then I could see you wanting it to be a little bit more than just a dot. Now I'm just going to be using the Real Techniques Beauty Blender. To set all that, I'm going to be using my Laura Mercier Translucent Powder, and I've been loving this lately. I had done a review on it on one of my last videos. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out because it's a good one. Thank you, Influencer, for sending me this. Okay, so while the face is baking, let's go ahead and finish up the eyes. I'm going to be using 2 mascaras, the L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara and the CoverGirl. I feel like they really coat my lashes well and just give them some good volume and make them nice and black. And, you know, for an interview, you don't really want to wear false eyelashes unless they're like more natural looking. I wouldn't want to wear something that's crazy dramatic. That's just me. But you guys do whatever your preference is. If you want to throw some eyelashes on, throw them on. You know, whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. But for me today, I'm just going to be coating them with some mascara. I'm just going to be taking the shade right here and putting it right below the brow. just to give it that extra highlight. I don't know about you guys, but my eyebrows be looking on fire today. My opinion. I don't know. What do you guys think? You know, you have those days where your eyebrows just like, and then you have those days where your eyebrows look like totally on fleek. And I think today is one of those days. But maybe that's just me. I don't know. For my eyeliner, I'm going to be using the Rimmel Exaggerate Waterproof Liner. And I'm going to be putting it on the lower line and then on my tight line as well. And I'm just going to take this e.l.f. stipple brush and take away all of that translucent powder. I'm going to be using this Wet n Wild blush. It is in the shade Apricot in the middle. I have been loving this lately. It's going to give my face just a nice natural bronze look, but it's not going to be too overly dramatic. And I'm going to use the e.l.f. brush. It doesn't say which one it is. It's a big old brush. And for the blush, I'm also going to be using a Wet n Wild favorite. It is in the shade Mellow Wine. And I'm just going to be using the same brush and adding a little bit on the cheeks just to give it a little bit of a brush. Just give it a little bit of a blush look. Now to finish off this look, I'm going to be using the Avon True Color, and it is in the shade Mod Mocha. And then I'm going to be going over the top with a lip gloss, and it is the Essence lip gloss, and it's in the shade Big Night Out. Now for some gloss. If you guys like this video, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, definitely hit that subscribe button and the little bell next to it. That way you guys can get notifications whenever I upload some more videos. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.